Alright, I've been digging up this cabbage patch where I had my cabbages. I'm going to plant a few things out, but I've just gone along and stuck a fork in it and loosened it up and put down a bit of blood and bone. And I'm just going to rake that in, and then we'll plant a few things in and just over there as well. And then I will get rid of this little collard plant at some point, but it hasn't gone to seed yet, so I'm going to give it a bit longer. Alright, I got a few seedlings that I've started. There's cabbages here. There's actually a cabbage moth flapping around. And I've got some yellow Marconi capsicums that I saved, and I planted them a while ago, and they've been in here a bit too long. But I got another one over here, and a few herbs that I'm trying to grow. But I'm going to pot up the I'm not going to pot up. I'm going to plant out the capsicums and just a couple of these cabbages, and hopefully we get a bit of a jump start on the capsicums this year. And so where I'm going to be planting them, I've just dug a bit of a hole and I've mixed in a bit of chicken manure just into that native soil with the blood and bone in it. And I'll dig a little hole in there and plant those up. Now, I probably had these capsicums in the little pots too long, so I'm just going to bury them up to this next leaf node, and hopefully that should let it establish a few roots off of that. Alright, so that's pretty much everything. I just got one more to do, and then I'm going to plant a few pumpkin seeds and stuff at some point. Alright, I ended up getting 3 little cabbages in, and the 2 capsicums, and put basil seedlings in, see what they do. I'm just going to plant some watermelons over where the lettuces used to be, and then I'm probably going to take a break because it's hot today. Alright, so I'm just going to plant out 2 or 3 of these Jubilee watermelons and just sort of see how they go. And I've got a couple more in seedling trays inside that I'm going to start. But then I'm going to take a bit of a break because I've been digging up weeds and grass all day. So yeah, have a cold drink, I think. Alright, so this is how I knew it was time to start planting warm season crops. I put down some of my homemade compost, which was full of pumpkin seeds, when winter started, and they've just started germinating now. So I'll pull that out because I really don't want that competing with the banana. But yeah, thought I'd show you that. Alright, so all these little cabbages and capsicums have been in overnight. They seem to be doing pretty well, but still got a fair few spots to dig up. And I'll be cutting a few of these wooden posts up just to make stakes for my tomatoes, because last year I used 4-foot posts and at some point they grew off their top. So I've still got a bit of work to do on this instant raised bed. I'm probably just going to plant a few pumpkins around the edges and not really do too much. And I've gone along and pulled out most of the cover crops that were in this raised bed to try and make a little bit of room. You can see this celery got really badly shaded when I had all the other stuff in here, so I might even just pull it out and not worry about it. And my snow peas my Yucamo giant snow peas have started to flower. So I saved those seeds last year and I just put them in here to mostly use for chop and drop, which I did with some of them. But I just left a few in and they're all starting to develop flowers now. But yeah, a bit different from the regular white flowers on the other snow peas and the other peas. And so all I should have to do then is put a little trellis up for the peas that are growing over there behind the potatoes, and pull out the rest of these weeds and take those leeks and that parsley in. And there's a bunch of coriander down the end here that's gone to seed, and I'm probably just going to pull it out since I still haven't harvested the seeds from the ones that went to seed last year. They're just sitting on the floor in there. But my little thing of comfrey, I moved it and it sort of died off. I was expecting it to come back, but it's just started to put out new growth there. So I'm going to leave it here for a while and let it recover. And I'm probably going to be pulling everything, bar the garlic and the shallots out. And I might leave just for a little bit longer this ground cherry or Cape gooseberry or goldenberry, whatever you want to call it. And I'll just see how it goes through spring and summer, and then I'll make a decision about that. I had one come right, but it's split, so I'm just going to leave it there, and maybe it'll seed itself, who knows. So yeah, it's just a sort of a quick look around at what I've been doing. I have noticed, however, that since winter's finished, we've got a lot more sun, since the sun's moving back in this direction now. When I planted these potatoes, the shadow fell about there. So now we've got an extra 2 or 3 feet there. So we might plant something in here. I just have to think of something that the mice aren't going to want to eat. But yeah, that's pretty much everything for now. I've got to keep going and digging up weeds, so I'll do that. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.